Hello everyone, welcome back to QT Journals. So we are doing the February 2026 month, and I know I am totally late with this. I mean, it's the 24th, we are 4 days out from the end of the month, and here I am doing the voiceover for the video. I'm hoping that as soon as I'm done with this voiceover, then I get to post this video and maybe it won't get completely buried in all the March plan with me's. And maybe I'll actually get my March plan with me out at the beginning of next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But part of the problem is finding the time to actually do all of this stuff. And it's hard because I have a full-time job that I absolutely love. But lesson planning, grading, and, actually creating the lessons and labs as well, doing laboratories with the students and all that takes a lot of my time. And even though it's fun and enjoyable, sometimes it's hard to find time for your actual hobbies that you enjoy just for yourself. And I know that a lot of people with full-time jobs, we probably all struggle to actually find time for our hobbies. And now I'm throwing YouTube on top of it because why not? But it's wonderful to actually be able to do this stuff. And even with the maybe limited amount of time I have, I am enjoying the process of actually filming, recording, being able to edit together a video that maybe isn't half bad. I would hope you guys can let me know that one, whoever watches this, and just share a little bit of creativity with the internet in a positive way. So that's what this is pretty much really about. So hopefully one day I will be able to actually get these plan with me videos out at the beginning of the month. And maybe when it's finally summer break, maybe then I can actually do a couple videos ahead of time. So that way I'm on a better schedule and I'm videos ahead instead of behind. We shall see, hopefully. And hopefully anyone that actually does enjoy these videos gets to stick around for all of that. That would be amazing. Actually, there has been one person that's been commenting on my videos, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate any positive comments on something new that I am just starting. So thank you to anyone who does comment and comment something positive. It's great to see, because even one person watching the videos, maybe even if I get 20 views, that's still 20 people that watch something that I did that I'm just starting. So that's kind of awesome, right? So what I'm doing, as I've been rambling on, is working on the cover page for the month of February. And as you can see, the theme is very floral, pinks, purples, soft, romantic vibes. That's what I was trying to go for. And that was the vibe I went for, mostly because, this month was Valentine's Day. Me and my husband had been dating at this point for 6 years. We haven't made a year of marriage just yet, but that's how long we've been together. And we actually started dating on Valentine's Day 6 years ago, so 2020. Yeah, right before COVID had happened. As cheesy as it is, yeah, we started dating on Valentine's Day, and it was really sweet. And, the day holds some very happy memories for me, and I'm grateful that they are happy memories, because I know for some of us, Valentine's Day can be a little difficult. But at the very least, if you don't have someone to share with, you have friends, you have family, and love can come in so many different forms, not just romantic, right? And also, at this point in the month as well, because we're at the end of the month, and to showing me setting up for the beginning of the month, we've also had quite a number of snowstorms here in the Northeast, definitely. So at the very least, I'm hoping the pinks and purples will make everyone feel a little bit happier and forget about the snow that we've had, because it's been like 1 foot of snow the first time and then an extra 2 feet of snow just a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm done with the winter, and I'm pretty sure everyone else is as well. Yeah, so finishing up my monthly cover, and then I'm going to go ahead and decorate the daily pages. Now, I'm only going to show you the first daily page because all the others are pretty much going to be the same. And also, I don't do the flip through just yet for these because the daily pages are my kind of like my personal diary. It's for my mental health. It is very unfiltered, so I'm not sharing that anytime soon. Or maybe the more filtered entries I probably can, just so you can see the pretty decorations, right? But yeah, a lot of stuff should just be kept for myself. So sorry. But you get to see at least how I decorated the first page of the daily spreads. And maybe, if you have your own Hobonichi or if you're using some other type of planner or anything like that, you can see kind of how to set it up where you have some good amount of decorations, but also enough space to be able to actually write in whatever you need, whether it's to-do list, a diary entry, journaling in general, all that stuff. All right. So from here on out, I'm going to go ahead, stop talking, and just let some music play until I come back to explain something else. All right, so what we're going to do now is set up the monthly calendar. Now, fun thing, I actually started with the monthly calendar first in terms of what order I actually decorated my Hobonichi in. And that was because for the cover page, I could not figure out how to place all the stationery that I did had. I was trying so hard to find a design that actually worked. And I'm happy with how the cover page came out. Could have maybe been different, maybe it could have been better. It is what it is. It looked beautiful anyway, and that's what I'm going to stick with, right? But since I was kind of blocked with how to actually start the cover page, I started with the calendar first. And that's because for the calendar, I was using mostly stickers and everything mostly had a place already. So these stickers I created on Canva and I just made them to match the theme, match the stationery that I was already using and already had in my collection. These come from a template. Basically, the Canva template is just empty squares that you can insert whatever pictures or designs and things like that into and change up the colors. And it was one I had found on Etsy. I think I mentioned it in my January video. And it is such a lifesaver because then I don't have to go out every single month hunting for the perfect stickers to match the Hobonichi spread and in the quantity that I would need per se, because I like decorating my daily pages and I've noticed some sticker sheets, even though they're completely gorgeous and beautiful, don't really come with enough for the daily pages or even for all of the weekly pages. So this allowed me to actually customize it to what I want to put into my journal. So I use this. It made it so much easier to cover up, the numbers of the Hobonichi, change up the colors to get rid of the gray and red weekends that are in the monthly calendar that I don't think any of us really enjoy unless you're very, very minimalist. And as you can see by my themes, I am not. Right? And so doing the monthly spread first. Oh, monthly calendar, and seeing how everything kind of works together then allowed me to go back and do the cover page in a way that made a little bit more sense to my brain. I'm going to go ahead and just let the music play. Alrighty, so now what we are going to do is set up my weekly spreads for the Hobonichi. And the process of which I'm going to set up these spreads really hasn't changed from January, and it's probably going to be exactly the same until the end of the school year. So I am putting the date stickers at the top. Again, these stickers I did make, or at the very least customized the colors so that it matches the rest of the theme. You'll see that I then block out some pieces of time, and those are basically my school day. So I'll make a to-do list of things I need to actually do during the school day. If I have any meetings, if I have some grading to do, if there's anything during my planning period, all of that. And also I do include some stickers on the bottom of the day to basically act as my little lesson planner. I used to have a lesson planner that was separate from my bullet journal, and it was too bulky. It took up a lot of space in my bag and made it quite heavy. So when I looked for something like the Hobonichi where I can fit in a diary, personal diary, I can fit in a lesson planner, I can fit in monthly calendars to track things like bills or appointments or events throughout the month and things like that. The Hobonichi was actually probably the best for everything that I actually needed it to be. And so I use the weekly planner mostly as a lesson planner currently, and then whatever else I have to do during the day. And so I block it out. I decorate the little edges and corners, making sure to leave enough space for me to actually write in. I think what you'll see is that on the weekend, I add a little bit more decoration at the end of the Saturday and Sunday, even sometimes covering up those columns, because on the weekend, I'm kind of just chilling and catching up on stuff. So the bulk of what I do is pretty much during the week, right? And then I also use it to track some of my weekly habits. It's easier for me to track weekly the habits that I do want to keep track of than monthly, because then it's hard to kind of flip all the way back and check what day of the month you're on. I mean, it's not really difficult. It's just somehow my brain just likes having everything right there in front of me. It just makes it so much easier. So that's what you see me setting up. I did also used to do in the January video, and what I wanted to do for all my other ones was to include all the weeks. But I quickly noticed that that takes up a lot of time in the video. And I kind of saw that most people weren't going to watch all the way to the end and watch every single weekly get set up. So I have the full weekly, all 5 weeks. I did February in 5 weeks because I just like the colors more. And that is in the flip through at the end so that you can at least enjoy it and see what it looks like, because the point is to spark some creativity so you can see how someone sets up the full thing and see what works for you, what doesn't, and get some inspiration. So I'm going to now stop talking and let some of the music play. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so now we are in the final flip through of the video. As promised, you get to see all 5 weeks of February. I know it was only supposed to be 4. I did not want to add another week to January. Kind of try to trick my brain into time is going a little bit quicker and winter is slowly disappearing. Anyway, you get to also see the extra stuff that I added into the monthly just so that I keep track of appointments and bills and all that boring stuff, right? So if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, anything to help support. If you do comment, please leave a little heart or a flower in the comment so that I know you watched the whole video. Thank you so much to anyone that did stick around, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye!